washed to slip into the archive of unresolved deaths in Nigeria. The public cannot stand by while the loved ones and artists are subjected to abuse, injustice, and neglect. Mohbad's death cannot be in vain. Right from 13 September 2023, our foundation, headed by my humble self, joined every other Nigerians to demand justice for Mohbad. We must thank the Lagos State Governor, Mr. Fabiyi, Lagos State Ministry of Justice, and the Nigerian Police, first, for listening to the voice of the public that period. Also for their resolve that Mohbad must get justice. Quite frankly, in cases like this, violence is not the worst thing. The worst thing is apathy. We as people and society should understand that it is none of my business. Does not apply with another person when another person is hurt, is being persecuted or abused. It is your business. Mohbad's case is the business of any person with upright background and love for humanity and country. There is court of justice, note it. But there is court of conscience and there is court of Almighty God. Fast forward to the incident that led to today's gathering. On the 11th of December 2024 at about 4 p.m., I was on my TikTok live canvassing on the efficacy of video evidence and credible witness accounts in order to get undiluted justice for Mohbad, and how I will always hold my end of the bargain with any of the neighbors or persons who offer to help with the CCTV in both Mohbad's house and reacting in the comment section. When I realized I may not see. Okay, we'll get it.
You still object it, man.
We'll get it. Okay.
No, you will object.
If we can love his brother, we have to love him.
Yeah.
If you call him only Andrew here, check what I mean. So don't worry. We are together. Nothing will happen to him. Trust me. I will always hold my end of him. Okay, at about 4:23 p.m. I have to take you guys back so that I can be up to speed. Mohbad's younger brother sent me a DM after listening to me for a while and reacting in the comment section. When he realized I may not see the DM on time, he wrote to the comment section asking that I check my DM. And lo and behold, he offered to give me a video recording of a fight that is sealed between the late singer Mohbad and his wife Cynthia. He demanded for 3 million naira. He went further to convince me by narrating how the violence between his brother and his wife resulted in Mohbad falling off the stairs and hitting his head to the floor. Something that can equally be linked to the bent neck in the casket, so much blood some few people found in the house after the singer had passed. The conversation went on for a while, with me playing along. I demanded to see at least the proof of a video existed, and he requested for my email and shared a 3-second smartly censored image to me. When I downloaded, I previewed, and there was a violent argument in the video, in the background. I probed further for longer and uncensored images, and the negotiation got stuck at that point. The following morning, I immediately informed the Deputy Commissioner of Police heading the State Criminal Investigating Department, that is DCP Lati, that is the main segment of the Lagos State Police Command, saddled with the ongoing homicide investigation. And I also reached out to the PRO of the Lagos State Police Command, Mr. Benjamin Ondei, and I sent the images to both of them. And in the course of our interfacing, the DCP the name Shedrack Enabo. He introduced himself as the investigating officer, that is the IPO, CP Special Squad, that is Commissioner of Police Special Squad 1. He reliably informed me on a case of impersonation brought to the attention of the Commissioner of Police by Adura Aloba, and that I should come so that they can intimate me of their findings and progress. I quickly reminded him of my earlier petition on the same matter to the State CID of the State Command. Of course, as a gallant of justice fighter, I had the appointment and I went straight to the CP's Special Squad 1. I attended the Special Squad 1. I met with the deceased father, Mr. Joseph Aloba, his lawyer, and one Mr. Aye Pareti. They were waiting there to also to see what was going on. The officer in charge briefed me and shared some detailed efforts. I commended them for their proactive approach and prompt public service delivery. I only noticed from his response and remarks that the case was not harmonized because it's the state police command and it is the same command that is dealing with Mohbad's case. So I was expecting that the case would have been harmonized. And when I didn't see that, I said, okay, fine, no problem. I only noticed from his response and remarks that the case was not harmonized, and there is no interest by this team to investigate the confession or extract from the 30 seconds video. At that point, they made me understand that their investigation detected it was not Adura Aloba that was chatting with me and made those confessions, but one Abib Damola Ainde, another close associate of the late Mohbad, who was equally present in the house when Mohbad died, and he even joined them in taking Mohbad to the hospital, that is Pyramid Hospital and Perez. Okay, I said, okay, that's fine, that's the new angle. I requested to see the alleged impersonator, that is that Damola Ainde, for clarity, and it was brought out from his cell. I asked him if he was the one shouting me up, and he answered yes. I asked him of the video, if the video was from the fight in Mohbad's house. He said yes, that it was a fight between Yomi and another member of Mohbad's crew. I said, really? And then I probed him further on how he had access to Adura's phone, and particularly his TikTok account. And at this point, the police interjected. They spoke for the Damola, and then the police answered for him. They said Adura sold his iPhone to the Damola in November, but Adura forgot to log out of his TikTok account. And that was how Damola had the opportunity to access his TikTok and shout me up. I said, oh, beautiful. And I told Damola to his face. That, you know what, young man, I do not believe you. I said it to him in front of the police, and in front of Damola, I said, I do not believe your story, and I will never believe it. It's not correlated. And I said to him immediately, I said, okay. I asked the officer in charge, this Damola Inde, does he have access to a lawyer? And he replied, no. But that they have given him a form to fill so that he can have access to Office of a Public Defender. As you are all aware, Lagos State government will always give you opportunity. If you don't have money, they look at your income. If it is not reasonable, it's not up to par, they can't charge you to court without a lawyer. It's your right. You must stand firm and say, you know what, I need a lawyer. So if you don't have one, if you don't have money, Office of a Public Defender, they are there to help you. So you do that. So, and I asked Damola to contact me through his family if he needs the help of a lawyer, that my foundation, my Human Rights Foundation, Break the Silence Foundation, we will be able to assist him with a lawyer. That everybody deserves to be heard, everybody deserves fair hearing and right to solicitor. So let me take you guys back to memory lane. If we go by the accounts of the police on how Mohbad died, it means all the people in the house, all those present in the house, they all knew. If you all could go back to memory lane, they said a nurse came in because he had an injury to his hand. Probably he was bleeding, I had pain, and I'm like, I don't know how it's still going to be possible for somebody to bleed from on the 10th of September till the 12th. And then they said a nurse who was outside Nigeria came in, despite the fact that there is a hospital 4 minutes very close to his house. There is a pharmacy like 40 seconds to his house. I said, okay, when you look at all that, with the whole story that they said, that the nurse came in, injected him, and then he went into an affiliative reaction, and then something happened, then they rushed him to the hospital, he passed, he was brought in dead. Certainly, that is not a natural death. For that reason, it is expected that all those, that is why at the end of the day, if we go by the police accounts on how Mohbad died, it means all the people in the house present knew it was not a natural death, but refused to report to the police. It is a law. Any death must be reported to the police. Nobody can just die in the house and then you take the person for burial. The police, they've got right to know and ascertain, okay, it's a natural death or natural one. If they are reported to the police and give the same account, the police will of course want to investigate. But of course, all the people in the house, they refuse to tell the police, and that is a cause for concern. And then it was when the public noticed Mohbad's bent neck, it was at the point of interment. That was when the public demanded discreet investigation, as we all suspected foul play. At the end of the day, it is pointing to a murder that occurred within these 16 people or thereabouts, and it was a joint decision to cover it up and sweep it under the carpet by members of the family and a few police officers. Some persons have been bragging online since that nothing can be done, and we are seeing traces that nothing can be done. So the question is this: is there truly some powerful people bigger than the constitution of the land that want to coerce the Nigerian police to sweep such a blatant and heinous crime as murder under the carpet, despite the series of overwhelming evidence available? Something is fishy. And then some of this evidence came to light naturally, like the message I received, like the short video. I don't know Mohbad's house, I've not been to his house. I don't control address handle. So whoever controls it, it's a natural occurrence. And that is where the police will have to understand that this is the path that they must follow. And then, when you look at all this evidence that came to light, but now they're looking like they are deliberately trying to ignore, this issue and this particular lead. And that is why they want to probably give the killer of Mohbad the leeway to walk free. And we, as a society, we're not going to be accepting that. It's our duty, it's our civic social responsibility to stand firm and care for the next person. It's our duty. So the question is, will injustice continue to have a price in Nigeria? The question is, why do you give birth to children when you know what you're going through now? The burden of injustice, burden of corruption, children unsafe. You are not doing anything to make it better, to alleviate it, and you're giving birth to children. You're going to be lifting the same thing to your children after you're gone. And that is why you ask yourself, who is trying to perpetually soil the integrity of the Nigerian police in dirty mud? Whose conscience has been bought? These are priceless questions. And of course, to what benefit would covering such a high-profile murder case have on the country? the safety of lives and justice system. What will Nigeria suffer? What will happen to Nigeria if they try to say, okay, it's quite appalling. And quite sadly, that the following key persons, Cynthia Yomi Aloba, Damola Inde Abi, Adura Aloba, Darosha, that is Mohbad's uncle, who by law and standard policing should be key suspects in this homicide case, were never treated as one. Police officer confirmed to me that they were not treated as suspects. As a matter of fact, they were treated as victims, and they were just coming to write, this is what happened, this is what happened. No, that's not the law. If I was there when my son died, I am under the law, I am a suspect. Especially when there are serious circumstances that is making looking like something has happened. My child has no right to life. So if it's my wife, if it's the mother of a child, it is the law. But unfortunately, that didn't happen, and we don't know why that is. No pre-arrest, they were shielded by God knows who. But as God would have it, the voluntary confessional statement via TikTok came from the same camp. There is definitely the hand of God and the grace in Mohbad's case. And these signs are there. We cannot assume a 26 years old, a young boy, we cannot assume him when he is meant to be having eternal rest for once of trying to bring light to what took his life. The millions of Nigerians cannot be so wrong to know that something is fishy. We all know something happened to him before he died. And if we as a society assume such a person, how can we as a society, out of sheer hypocrisy, fear, then want to return it back to the same Mother Earth? Hardly me. We cannot return it back to that same soil with darkness and lies. Our children will pay. Those are the reasons why you see some terrible sicknesses that we cannot explain. And that is why we that are alive, we need to play a part. We need to stand up and stand up for what is right. And then, after showing you all the series of evidence, at least that can help narrow down the cause of death, likely murderers and accomplice, which I'm not sure are available or passed to the police or deliberately ignored up until now, we want to humbly request as follows: that the Nigerian police, as a matter of urgency, invite Adura Aloba and Cynthia Yomi Aloba, Mohbad's wife, for thorough investigation. And of course, they should be arrested and placed as suspects in the ongoing homicide case and any other that surfaces or traverses through their investigation. That Mrs. Folashade, Mohbad's auntie, that is a younger sister, should be invited to corroborate a statement of seeing a blanket soaked with blood when she accompanied her sister into Mohbad's house. There is no way Mohbad will bleed. He can't bleed from 10th to 12th. And that's caught. It's unacceptable. If we accept this, you are practically saying it's the same thing should happen to you, to your son, to your daughter. That is the way Nigerian society should treat them. We have to stand up. It's our business. It's your duty to stand up and stand firmly so that we can all change the narratives and make this country better. If we do nothing, the country cannot improve. And then number 3, I'm going to be calling on the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He's a father. I've been to him severally. One-on-one, he has been of help. I know he's a proper Democrat. I'm calling on the Governor of Lagos State, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu. I voted for him first and second time, and that means I want his government to do well. And that means if I see something wrong, I also have a right to express myself. And I'm going to be calling on the Inspector General of Police. I want to believe he's going to be a parent now and not a police officer. And do the due diligence and restore trust and the integrity of the Nigerian police. If we fix Nigerian police first, if we can fix it, trust me, this country will get better. Nigerian police connects to all the facets of human life. Whether you are a pagan, you are a Christian, you are a Muslim, you are a visitor, you are a resident, you are an indigent, you are a trader, you need the Nigerian police. and we almost understand that it is our property. We cannot allow criminal elements to mess up with the integrity of the Nigerian police. It is a duty to do something to make sure it is restored. And there are so brilliant, honest, forthright Nigerian police officers who respect the uniform and the flag. This flag means a whole lot to them. And that is why you and I need to stand up, support those kind of police officers, and ensure that we bring to closure this Mohbad case. And of course, we're going to be asking that if the Lagos State Police Command in 7 days refuse to do the needful on the 3 seconds video and confession sent to me, of course, and then try to retrieve the source of that video, because as we speak, the police, they've not actually recovered the video. We don't know where it is, and I'm not going to be engaging in jungle justice or putting laws into my hand to extract the video. It is the police that will have to do it, and they should find the source of the 3-second video and explain to us in honesty the full details of the video, maybe, which is looking likely that that is where the truth and justice for Mohbad lies. And everybody that needs to be protected, if Adura Aloba needs to be protected, I call on the police to give him proper protection. If anything happens to him, we'll know who we're going to take. And of course, that the new main suspects to be charged to court at worst, before the end of the first quarter. We want a fair trial, and this case must not be swept under the carpet. We as a human rights organization, I don't love to protest. No, part of our training and understanding is that protest is the language of the oppressed. And of course, when we have the wrong people in government, they will wait until the people protest before they respond. But I want to believe this is a very sane and democratic government. The leader of this country, I've been following him since 1999, when I was PA to Honorable Mohbad at the Lagos State House of Assembly, and he's been a very fantastic supporter to the Nigerian movie industry. I know how much he loved Babaswe, who was my boss of blessed memory. So I assure you, Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a genuine leader and a parent. He cares so much, and he cannot look at us and continue to see us every day. TikTokers, people sit every day, buy data because they want closure. Because the picture of how Mohbad died and how he was buried does not represent you and I. I don't know which criminal that represents. I don't know who is heartless. That kind of burial. Every human being deserves dignity, and that's the beauty of democracy. It preserves human dignity. If anybody's going to be buried and it's going to be buried that way, maybe because the neck is no longer functioning from that fall. And that is why I'm appealing to the president, to the governor of Lagos State, and to the Inspector General of Police to look into the activities of the Lagos State Police Command. There are so many foul play. I will continue to support, to promote, to stand by the police. As a matter of fact, people think, oh, maybe the police are always bribing me, or I'm playing aki-paki by always supporting police, but they don't know. I am raised properly, and I know the efficacy of the Nigerian police. I know that every child needs to be able to trust the police. We need to raise the next generation such that even the children of police officers can trust police officers. What we have now is nothing to write about. The children of police officers cannot even trust neutral police officers, and that is a serious cause for concern. And if we all can invest in the Nigerian police, we should ask that the Nigerian police should be well funded. As we speak now, the Nigerian police is continue to demand, or to join the voices to demand, to ask for state police. We need it, and we need it well. And then don't forget that the fastest but the sluggish athlete is the truth. And in the words of the great Martin Luther King Jr. of blessed memory, he said, and I quote, "The arc of the moral universe is long, but it's bending towards justice. It is justice for Mohbad or nothing. And Luther continua. Victory is certain." Thank you, and God bless you.
Daddy, you get salary. Then you can see money.
Now we've heard the speech from our convener, and as you could all see, he drank water before he started the speech. And we all saw wine, we all listened, and we all heard wine. He drank water because this is a very, very serious issue. And as he said, nobody should engage in jungle justice. Let's not demean this movement. So the next on the agenda, next on the agenda is evidence, visual, and audio display. Let's know what actually happened, what our convener was speaking about. Thank you.
Just display it out.
All this.
So let's look up. Let's
Start from the
look.
light.
All the lights.
Light. Just start from the light.
All the lights.
Why do you project off?
All the light, no stop the light.
No, there's an announcement.
Oh yeah.
So let's all be quiet. Let's all listen.
All this one. Off the nose. No, press the first one.
What is the audio?
Press the first one. No, this one. Too much ready for the bit of work. Yes, yes. The first.
Okay, start from the shot. Why you holding my audio? Start from the shot. From beginning. Shot. Okay, no. The first one. Don't last to be silent. Okay, I don't know if it's that well let you. I'm just secretly. Okay, hello, Mr. Activist. I have a video of a fight with Cynthia and my brother. Oh, sorry. All right. Hello. So sorry. Yeah. All right, that is the first message. And it says, hello, Mr. Activist. I have a video of the fight with Cynthia and my brother. I want 3 million naira payments before I send the video. That's the first message. Go to the next one. That is Adra's handle. His original handle. Okay, is that the next one? But that's the beginning. Yeah. The same video, the same way you make me trust you. Now I want to make you trust me too. I will send. I shall don't show you proof of the video. So it was when he sent the video you just watched that this now came up. Do you understand? So that was when this came up. So I said, okay. Okay, go to the next one. Let's see. He's not going to be coming in order. Go back. So go to wait. Okay. The video gets where Wunmi push my brother and he used head knock floor. He now said goodbye because he was trying to tell me then. After that, I don't know. They said it's Bitcoin. I don't know about Bitcoin. They said it's a Bitcoin account that was sent to me. But let me somebody read that as a response.
You will get through.
You will get it. Trust me, and I will help you with police. Trust me. Because I meant it when I was saying that. I don't want anything to happen to Adura.
Excuse me. Mo fi bẹ̀yìn orúkọ Ọlọ́run. Mo fi Kristi bẹ̀yìn. Gbogbo ń tẹ wọ́n tẹ̀lé wá. Gbogbo nǹkan tẹ̀ ṣe.
A gentleman of the press.
Serve you some paper.
I think if I did you can go sell paper.
Mr. Yomi, you are aware that the commissioner of police have charged.
They literally told you. That when it came out, he told you. See, from everything in the phrase, I'm putting it to you that this is you.
You need to introduce yourself, get a mic.
No, I'm not.
We're not ready to
anyone that is credible, Yomi is not credible enough.
Young man.
Now, from what you said,
what is your name and who are you?
My name is Jayola. Yomi literally said,
from where?
From here.
Who are you?
You don't need to know that.
Hello, Alaba.
My name is Jayola. I'm the CEO for 60 Minutes TV. I'm the CEO for 60 Minutes TV. Now, if you listen to Yomi very well, he said that kid came out and said it was the one that sent the video, etc., etc. Now, from what you said, you literally said you didn't accept all this thing is on you. That means the investigation and the confession of the kid doesn't suit your own narrative. Anything after that is your own narrative. But for a guy that literally asked you to give him 41,000 naira and being dragged for accountability of 900 and something thousand whatsoever, saying people were threatening him, he had to go to the UK and he came back to the same country that he's been threatened and stating all these things, questions need to be asked. John, let me ask you a question. Is it possible for you to own an estate? No. You kept saying there's a CCTV and we still couldn't see it.
Okay, you are being impatient.
We can't even see.
My brother,
no.
You know what? I know.
The police.
I know. I know.
Stop the extortion.
Are you done?
You're extorting people.
Okay, good.
You need to
now, let's go.
I know. Nobody's
Gentlemen of the press. This is that
is when Habib has confessed that he has not. That is starting with Fabiyi. The commissioner of police has charged this to court. But because you are they sent you to rubbish this guy in terrorists and the way this is how they do Mohbad. And we will not allow that same thing to happen to Abdullah. So this is the case. Who sent me? You showed the best 3 seconds video. Can you see any military in that video? No. Okay, see. That's you. That's you. And here Habib Dabola on the 11th day of December 2024 at about 16 hours at United Estate, Shombete, Lagos. In the Lagos Magistrate District. Okay, you have the document. Okay, you have the document. You can go through the document. What is right in EC police station?
If you want to say your part, mommy, you have a mic. Express yourself. Adura, you want to speak? Adura, speak. Express yourself.
Speaking for actually there.
Say whatever is in your mind. Whatever it is. Feel free. I'm not after you. You have to respect his rights. He needs to express himself. Yes. I don't want barbarians. This is a human rights organization. What's everybody must have their say, so we've allowed them. Oh yeah, Adra.
Firstly, I don't have much to say. So, police team is in court already. So, we know that is so much. So, we want to go to Python and keep our quiet started China. So, it's over surprised me. So, the video is like 3 years ago.